Shalom, Pasadenans and all kinds of Enans. It is I, your friendly neighborhood Rabbi John Carrier, and I'm delighted to be counting the Omer with you and my other friends at PJTC and beyond. Before we get started with today's lesson, I want to tell you a quick story. Now, you may not know this about me, but I used to run marathons. I've done about 6 or 7 marathons in my time, and actually I hope to get back on that horse someday soon. I will say before I do my next 26.2, I'm going to have to shed this COVID-19, if you catch my drift. Anyway, whenever I'm running a marathon or doing something of long endurance, let's say, I reach this point where I'm so tickled, let's say for a 26.2 mile race, once I get past that 13.1, once I reach that halfway mark, and I realize that it's shorter to finish than it is to turn around and go back home. That's why I always look for the halfway mark whenever I'm doing something that requires a little bit of Netzach, let's say. Well, friends, I'm delighted to tell you that as of this video, we have just crossed the 13.1 mile mark. We have turned the corner and we are on our way home. That's right. Today after sundown, we count day 25 of our 49-day journey. So once we get through 25, you're actually more than the halfway mark. And I am so proud of you. Speaking of endurance, all this week we've been talking about the midah of Netzach, that's attribute of patience, endurance, persistence, resilience, you name it, that strength that it takes to get us through something difficult, whether it's for our own benefit, whether it's for the benefit of the next generation. Netzach is what sees us to the halfway point and all the way home. Yesterday, I asked you to think of your Netzach role model. Who's somebody who embodies this in just their general character or had a particular time where they exhibited this midah? Today, you're the role model. That's right. The question of the day is, when have you exhibited Netzach? When have you exhibited patience, persistence, perseverance towards some important goal? The other thing I learned running marathons is the second one is way easier, because you could always look back and say, well, I know I've done this before, so maybe this time I could do it a little bit faster or go a longer distance, or just know that you'll be able to finish because you've done it before. That's why I'd like to invite you to think of an experience where you have exhibited Netzach in the past, and in the future, after you make your Netzach plan and decide how you want to grow in this way, you have that experience to lean on. So the question of the day is, when have you been a Netzach role model, or when have you exhibited Netzach? So think about it. Please write it in our Facebook group. I really love seeing those posts, or on the comments in YouTube. You can email it to me. I do read all the emails that I get. Some of you have found it more effective to put it in a journal. That's cool too. And don't forget to count day number 25 of the Omer tonight after dark. And when you do, just imagine yourself as somebody said it in the Facebook group this week, you're the little engine that could. That's the storybook equivalent of Netzach. You are that little engine that could, getting to the top of the hill and just sliding down the other side. So congratulations for making it to the halfway mark. I can't wait to learn with you on day 26. And until then, peace.